10 hours away. I'm just trying to, like, just hang out with someone my last day here. How am I making money? Because I'm a woman with a body. I'm not even gonna block you because that you're actually kind of funny, and you'll see. Anyway, I'm not bald, but if I was, I'd look pretty fucking good. I don't have a man. Where have I been? I've been trying my hardest to... Where have I been? I've been trying my hardest to... Which, y'all should hit me up on Telegram if you're, a man who... I don't know what to say here. I haven't spent any of the money. What? How much money does he have of yours? Like, over, 500. Maybe over 1,000. I wouldn't know. I don't know how much I make. Or made. Or anything. I know fucking nothing. Did... Very disrespectful. I had never... You can't steal money that was given to you. Technically. Not even technically. Fucking factually. If money was given to you, you're not stealing it. Y'all donated to me. I spent the money that was donated to me. Thank you. I really don't think I was wrong for that. Maybe don't donate. Damn, I'm not the stupid one here. You're donating to a stranger you don't know online. That's risky. And I still didn't do you wrong. That's the thing. I was loyal. I don't care. I was loyal. Fraud. Oh, fraud. I don't give a fuck, because I'm not a fucking fraud. Do not give this person your money. No, don't give this person your money. Because you're going to be so mad when that money gets spent. No matter what it's spent on. Don't give anybody your money because you can't control your anger, okay? Spent on Spencer's. The pupils. I've been awake for over 24 hours now. And I'm on a lot of caffeine. Where am I living now? I'm in the same place. I don't. I'm clean. I'm clean. I got treatment. And I don't have piercings because I got treatment. So don't be lying about me, stupid. That's so stupid. So rude. Leave me alone. What about your belly button piercing? I told them that they couldn't take that out. Because I was like, no, it's fresh. Even though it wasn't. Any views is good views. Y'all are horrible. Y'all are actually horrible. And, no, for real, Evelyn. I don't know why people just hate either, but they're gonna be like, check the Reddit page. We know everything about her. I read that shit, and I'm like, whoa, I didn't even know that I did that. And I didn't do it. Like, and it just proves how ignorant and how people really don't know you. No matter what you exhibit online, people do not know you. You do not know me. It's sad, honestly. Because I feel like I've spent my entire life trying to explain myself to people, and nobody's ever listened. And the internet's the perfect example of that, because that's all I've done. I've tried to explain myself to so many of y'all. You never listen. You get the wrong idea. You twist my words. You exaggerate my words. You tell my story for me, and you tell it wrong. You tell me that I'm lying about something. You call me a fraud because you donated to me, and that money got spent. I don't understand. You are mad at me because I was in an abusive relationship. But that's because you warned me. And I should have listened, right? Yeah, I should have listened, but come on. I was a 17-year-old. I felt special. I felt special that a 22-year-old man liked me. I felt special. Isn't that funny? You know what that's called? The thing that y'all were screaming about this whole time? I will take accountability where accountability is due. Tell me what to take accountability for now. Because I can. Why don't I have my own bank account? Apologize for scamming? Nope. Because I never did that. The first GoFundMe that I made was to get me out of my house. I hope y'all know. In case you didn't know. This whole time that I've been in a relationship with this motherfucker, he has been telling me I don't know how to manage money. I don't know how to take care of money. I don't know how to do anything by myself financially. And at 17 years old, when a 22-year-old tells you that, and he tells you all about credit and all about this, and you know nothing about it because nobody taught you about it, and you spend your whole childhood sitting in your bedroom with none of your parents fucking talking to you, eventually you're like, wait, he's right. I'm stupid. That's what you interpret it as. And I thought he was looking out for me. No, that money never made it to a bank account that I owned until my mother set me up a bank account. How much money did that one raise? Around, $30,000? Before I ever saw any of that money, he had already bought a car. $6,500? He'd already bought a car with it. Put it in his name. Valid in Georgia. Not Tennessee. And that was the car GoFundMe. We had it at $10K. He convinced me to have it at $10K. He wanted me to have it at $10K because he wanted a $5,000 car. And he was like, okay, and you can also get a $5,000 car. It did not work out that way, though. No, of course not. Instead, it worked out. He gets a $6,500 car and spends whatever the hell else on everything else. I don't know what else he did with that money. All I know is that he came to Tennessee because he got mad at his dad. This is literally the story of how him and I met. And I'm telling you the full truth right now. And y'all call me a scammer for this. And that's the fucking craziest part. So no, I will not apologize. Because I'm not in the wrong here. I don't know who to say is in the wrong. But I'm not in the fucking wrong. Because I was taught I was too stupid to handle money. I was given scripts to read to y'all all the time. To keep him out of trouble. And to keep him off of the Reddit page. And to keep, I don't know, his name away from being a PDF. So I did my best to protect him when I shouldn't have been. And I'm aware of that now as a 19-year-old. It's been 2 years of it being physical. But anyways, he got mad at his dad after having the car for 2 months? He had it for 2 months. He got mad at his dad, and so he came to Tennessee. on September 6th. This wasn't because he wanted to see me. He got into a huge argument with his father. So, he decided, okay, I'm going to go see Callie. Which was insane. I was so excited. I was over the fucking top. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to meet him. I'm going to meet him. And at that time, he was already very, very, very controlling over the phone. Very controlling over the phone. Very controlling over money, and I'd already started noticing that before he headed to Tennessee. I had told my mother that I don't have access to any of the money I'm making, that he tells me that I'm too dumb to do it, that he convinced me that I don't have smart enough passwords and that I was going to get hacked if he didn't change it all for me, create a Bitwarden for me, stash all my passwords, and I have to ask him what they are, and then to log into my computer, I have to like do a fucking 30-character password so that I could do my homework from this while talking to a dude who graduated 4 years ago. Just think about that for a fucking second. Anyway, well, why'd I get lost? Sorry, I wanted to hit my vape. Okay, so, I had told my mom on the way to my friend's house, my bestie, who y'all call me transphobic, she has alopecia, and she's transgender, and she is I don't know, the most beautiful part of anything that's happened to me, her and her mother, because that's where I got Twinkle. They made my life wonderful. I could leave that house and I could go see her. And I love her. I love her today. She lives in Memphis with her boyfriend now, but I don't know where. And we don't talk anymore because she doesn't like pee-pee balls. Yeah, she doesn't like him. Anyways, so their family started thinking I was using them because I'd left. I left their house because Preston arrived on September 6th, 2024 it was. He arrived on September 6th, 2024. And when he did, I was with an ex. Him and I weren't together, by the way. We weren't dating, we were talking, and I was being a lesbian. To put it kindly, I literally I was with another girl and I bought a $80 strap. And I hung out with her for a lot of hours doing what the queer people do, okay? That's what we were doing. I still love her. And I love her so much, I actually just texted her. I miss her. She's amazing. She is so amazing. She's like, oh my gosh, she'll hang out in cemeteries and like just get on, the plant. And I'm like, girl, and it's so fun. And we don't mess with the graves. We don't mess with none of that. We hang out by the woods, and we would make like a little picnic, and we would just sit down there. Meanwhile, I was still with him. It was bad because when I was first with him, I just want to say, I'm a teenager and I did dumb shit, but not only was I doing dumb shit, I cheated like 3 times with her in the first few months of us dating. So, yeah, bad on me, disgusting, bad on me, sorry about that, but I don't regret it. Because I was angry at him. Because I was angry for a reason. Because tell me why this man was best friends, and all of his friends Literally, he was on the phone with me while I was at my bestie Bree's house. He was on the phone with me, and he said, Callie, I have something to tell you. And I'm like, what? What is it? I fucked every one of my friends before. Like, but we're not friends. But no, but we're not like that anymore. And you know that girl that, like, I introduced you to that, like, was helping you with, like, your trauma? Yeah. I fucked her, too. I met her on Tinder. And I was like, oh. Okay. You waited 2 months to tell me that? Okay. I'll wait 2 months to cheat on you. Because what the hell did you... That made me mad. That made me so mad. That made me so fucking mad. I don't know... Can any woman tell me that wouldn't make you mad if you were like, yeah, we're in the talking stage. We're about to be together and everything. Like, we're exclusive right now. And you just let me know that all the people and the only people you're speaking to are people that you have had sex with. You're joking. And they're all women. And that's why I thought he was gay, because why are all your friends girls? That's so weird. And it's not even weird. It's just a little gay. And that's not even bad. Until you get a girlfriend. And then you're not gay and you effed all of them. I didn't understand. I was angry. And I told him that if he didn't... Oh, that's going back on. What the hell? I told him that if he didn't block all of them and stop talking to them and don't give them any warning at all, then I would never speak to him again. And it was like not too long into our situationship talking time period. I wish he stayed friends with all of them, because I was serious when I said that. And none of this mess would have ever fucking happened. See, but the thing is, there's always been something keeping me to him. And it's the fact that I trusted him so soon. So soon. I trusted him so soon. Meaning, you guys put money in my hands. Well, at least you thought it was in my hands. And he would give me scripts on what to say in my videos to get more money. He would give me scripts on what to say in my videos to draw attention away from him. He'd give me scripts on jokes to make in my videos. Just the most random shit. He would just tell me, hey, say this. Make sure you say this. Make sure you say this. And my first GoFundMe video, he made sure, like, he watched, I'd have to, like, download my TikTok, send them to him, and he had to watch them before I posted them. And we weren't even together yet. We were not even together yet. Yeah, because that was summer. And we had just met the month before. But I trusted him because he was, like, so smart with, like, computers and stuff. So I was like, okay, yeah, he's right. My passwords are weak. Some of my passwords are, the same as the other passwords. I'm going to take his advice. Just so I don't get hacked, because I really like my account. And I don't want anyone to hack it. So it felt like looking out for me. But no, that was him taking away my control. And I didn't know that. I had no idea. And then the GoFundMe. Oh, the GoFundMe. Apparently, I was too young to manage it. And I needed, what was it called? Can y'all stop talking about my pupils? They do that. They do that. Anyway. Why are all of the good comments hidden? All of the good comments are hidden. Am I good in the head? Am I good in the head? You said this already. Y'all are mean. No, I'm not bored. I really want to talk. And I did take all my meds, and that's why I'm like this right now, okay? I'm trying to explain to you, you never got fucking scammed by me. You didn't. And I'm a little angry that you think you did. Because you use your noggin for a second. You're going to tell me all the time, hey, Callie, you're being gripped. You're being manipulated. You're being played. You're being fooled. You're being taken advantage of. She scammed everyone, and point all the fingers at me. Whenever you were pointing all your fingers at him just a second ago. For a completely different reason. You don't realize he was the one in control of all of that? And I got all the blame, but he was the one in control of all of it. All of it. Till my mom did find out. Whenever my mom found out, and I don't know why y'all are commenting snow, I don't know what that means. But my mom found out what was going on, and she wanted to press charges, and she wanted him to send all of the money to some place by, like, the food giant. Like, I don't know. It was something. It's some sort of bank. Western Union? Yeah, I think that's what it was. She wanted him to send all of the money that was left. I don't even know how much it was. No, it's $14,000. I remember because I made a song and I said it. And in that song, sorry, y'all, I have not slept in over 24 hours, and I drank 2 energy drinks. Well, not energy drinks. I drank 2 of these. I think that's worse. And an energy drink. Okay. So, anyways, how am I gonna go to bed? Pupils never lie. Hang on a second. Let me open the blinds so my pupils will shrink. There, my pupils have shrunk. Now we can talk. What next? What happened next? So he had control. At this point, he has control of my accounts. Every single one of my accounts. He has control of all of them. He can change my password at any moment. He has control of my GoFundMe and all of the money that y'all are sending me. And I have such a high standard in my head to make the people who donated. I don't even think y'all are the same people. I had such like a high standard to make everyone who donated so fucking proud of me. I wanted to make that house beautiful. I wanted to rehome my lizard before I moved out. I wanted to get a car. I wanted to learn how to drive. And I wanted to get a home, an apartment, a down payment, anything. I wanted to do that. That's what I wanted to do. That was my plan. He went along with that plan. Or he said he did. And then he bought a car in Georgia. And I was so angry whenever he did it. But he convinced me it was fine. And that the car was also mine. So now it's my lizard. I call her my lizard because I was the only one who took care of her. Also, obviously, I'm the only one who cared about her. What the fuck? She would have died she would have died sooner if it wasn't for me, unfortunately. Explain the 8-ball. I really like magic. Also, okay. And when my mom found out, eventually he sent like $3,000, I think, through Western Union. And my mom was really mad about it because she knew that he had, like $11K more. Anyways, 2 months go by. He's angry at his dad. So I'm at my best friend's house. I'm at Bree's house. We're talking about, yes, rest in peace, my dog. I'm not talking about being the victim. I'm telling my story. I'm telling the story of what happened. Y'all all call me a scammer, and now that I'm explaining myself, I'm the victim. When have I ever been like, yeah. I can't believe this happened to me. I don't fucking know. You know what? I actually can't believe this. I can believe it did happen to me. Never mind. That's fucking stupid. But, anyway. Yeah, no. What sucks is, like, I begged and I begged and I begged him to come and see me whenever he got the car. No, he didn't come and see me till 2 months later because he got in a big fight with his dad. And that always reminds me because it's like, oh, you didn't even really come because you wanted to see me. You came because you wanted to get away from your father. That's nice. You spend over 8 hours doing Spark Walmart every day and you can't drive 6 hours to come and see me. But you can drive 8 hours to deliver shit. And I'm supposed to be the woman you love. Like, at that point, I didn't give a fuck. At that point, I invited my, I called her my ex-summer fling. She was never my girlfriend. But she was definitely a huge part of my life. A very huge part of my life. Like, that was my, she was mine in my head. My worst heartbreak since I was 14 to 18. And I still think about her, and I'm still, if it was raining sands, I'm pretty sure this wouldn't be happening. Silly. Silly. The fuck? Okay, so, no, I'm just trying not to let y'all get to me, so please let me be happy. This is me trying to explain, and me trying to also not read the comments, because y'all are very mean. And it makes me cry. Y'all don't see me when I get off camera and I fucking sob. Like, bro. So, I'm not reading the comments. Y'all are mean. And I just read one. It said, cry then. Okay. Anyway. So, I was pissed off because I knew that he only came because he was mad at his dad. He stayed in a little place in Mississippi because I was out with the girl, all night long. I got drunk, and then I bought it was $80, but I had that money on Cash App, which wasn't anything from the GoFundMe. That was just people's specific donations where they would donate and be like, spend this on whatever you like. Spend this on anything you want. Nobody ever really, like, specified. Sometimes people would be like, spend this on lizard food. And I would, but. So, I bought that shit. She promised me she would never miss. Oh. If you're watching this, I just want to let you know I'm still holding a grudge on you for that promise that you made to me that you would never use that on another person. You used it on the worst one. And you better clean that shit. Well, you definitely had to. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. Ugh, nasty. I don't like her. I don't like her. I don't like her. Okay. Okay, so. Anyway, so we were fucking around for a while, and she was with me all day for a very long time while he was already here. Like, he already drove his 6 hours. He's now at a hotel in Mississippi. And it was funny to me because he's at a hotel in Mississippi, but he came here to see me, which I couldn't see him because I had her all around me all day long. She was all around me. Hotel in Mississippi, but he came here to see me, which I couldn't see him because I had her all around me all day long. She was all around me. He came here to see me all day long. She was all around me. I was getting a call from. Okay, let me not. Okay. Woo! Okay, so now my brain's not working. Okay. Okay. So he came moments after she left. And I was covered in hankies. Everywhere. It was all over me, all down me. And so I did the smart people thing. Sorry, that was a people check for the dumbass who said that. I didn't know he's... Yeah, well, you know what? I'm one of them, so it doesn't matter. Sorry. I believe that if you're with a man, they probably did it anyway. Like, don't all men do that, right? I think all men do that. I don't know, maybe that's just what I learned. Your man doesn't? Oh my gosh, Oh. Well, okay, I thought that was normal. Anyway, I really thought that was normal. I thought that was just a thing that men do. That's kind of what I was taught. Just like I didn't know that all animals are supposed to go to the vet until I was, what, 17? I didn't know all animals were supposed to go to the vet. I'm not normalizing anything. I just thought it was normal. I didn't know that was something that just some people don't do. I thought that every man does that. I thought because, like, animal nature, that's what the animals do. And in my opinion, I've seen a lot of, I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm stupid, but it really is just something that it's a very common occurrence, so it's hard for me to see otherwise. I know my brothers don't, I think. I know, yeah. But I don't know. Okay, anyway, sorry, I didn't know. Now I feel like shit, bro. Sorry if I offended you. And I'm sorry I was wrong about that. Christ. Okay. How many guys have I dated? Do they all just do that? Well, it's always been something, I never had a choice in. You're with them, so you have to do what they say. Or they're gonna do it anyway. I know that for a fact. So it's better to just cooperate. That's what I think. I don't know, I'm sorry. I know I do know that it's wrong. Because it feels wrong, but I understand that it's a part of life. It's just a part of life. Like getting a cold. I mean, it's not uncommon. It's something that just happens. But it is. It has to be. I'm sober. I've been sober. Okay, whatever. Anyway. Y'all are fucking trolling me. Anyway. Thank you for saying I looked healthier. I'm not trolling you. I'm telling you my experience in this world and what I've learned and how things go. Because that's how things go. But anyway, she not sober. I'm fucking sober. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not on anything. I am on my psych meds. I will not name my psych meds ever again. Seroquel, Trazodone, Paxil, Luvox. Okay. I'm angry at him. He's angry at me. So I kind of just did my thing, and because I was covered in hickeys, I covered my body in fake tattoos, is what I did. I covered my body in fake tattoos, and he never found out, because that night when I went with him, he gave me hickeys too, in the same spots. So he thought it was him whenever the tattoos faded away. So I got away with that. Anyways, I was still 17 at the time. And the police found out about that today. They were not happy about that. But yeah, I was still 17 at the time. The marks on my knees, most of them are, like, that's a scar. Well, this is a scar. When isn't she on something? Bro, I need to stop reading the fucking comments. Y'all are so horrible. You need more money, babe? No, I'm fine. Thank you. So, back to the GoFundMe money. It was still all in his bank account, whatever, and we were fucking around and shit. We were going places. We were paying for Airbnbs. I didn't know what anything costed. I didn't handle any of the money. We were going to events. We were going to the zoo. We were going to all kinds of different things. I didn't know how much that shit costed because I wasn't the one paying for it. If y'all ever heard the song Public Jeopardy, then you know my mindset at that time. I made that song when I was 17 years old. And, so, I don't know if I already mentioned this, but my mom already put $3,000 in my bank account. Well, he did the transfer with my mother to put $3,000, and my mom opened me a bank account because of him. That's the only reason she did. It was a Simmons bank account. And so he took me to Georgia when I was 17, and then I was reported missing. No, I was reported as a runaway. And when traveling with a minor across state lines is kind of illegal. But I was listed as a runaway. I got home. Nobody cared. Nobody talked to me. Nobody said anything. Like, at all. It was weird. Nobody fucking cared. They were just like, you're home. Why would I do that to my mom? My mom wouldn't speak to me at all at that time. Because that was right after I made that video, Warm Regards to My Mother, because she was talking shit about me on Reddit. About my ass. But we're not going to speak about that anymore because I know what happened. And she was asleep. Anyways, why would she talk shit about you? I don't know, jealousy. Maybe the fact her husband... Never mind, I'm not, but... God damn. Keep in mind, I was 11 when everything happened that she, like, holds against me to this day. Yeah, my mom, I was removed, I'll say, from her home at 11 years old. Because I was really angry about what happened to my dad. Really angry about what happened to my dad. And I'm not going to talk about it. But I was angry for years. And so I decided I would never show her respect. And I would always cause arguments with her. And I would cause arguments with her husband. And I would always just be a problem child for them because I was so angry at my mom for divorcing my dad, essentially, and how that was the first time I saw him cry, and that was the first time I really felt unstable and unsafe because he was the only thing I felt like ever kept me safe, and if he's crying, then I no longer felt safe. So I associated that feeling with my mother, and I took that out on her heavily, and she returned the favor as well. She never asked a single question about why I acted the way that I acted. She just was like, okay, well, we're going to match your energy. She always got on my level, although I was an 11-year-old and she was in her 30s. Like, that kind of sucked. My dad always mentioned that. He was like, why is she always getting on your level? And that I should have felt more mature than I was because of the fact that I acted my age and she wasn't acting her age. It was pretty bad. So, yeah, that lasted from the time I was 7 to the time I turned 11, whenever I got harmed by someone in the home. And she didn't believe me, so she kicked me out, but not without writing me a letter about it. She wrote me a letter about how terrible of a parent she was and how sorry she was for failing me and how sorry she was that I didn't love her anymore. And I had that note and I read it every single year until my house burned down. That was the last time she ever wrote me in that book. And I read it and I cried every single time because that's the last time my mom ever apologized to me for anything. And it was all manipulation. So that was pretty sad, but anyway. So my relationship with her was pretty rough, and I guess it continues to be, because it's like she doesn't like women. She didn't have any women friends. She doesn't really talk to her family. Like, every time you try to hold me accountable, it's another sob story. Well, I'm trying to tell you the story of, like, my family, bro. It's not a sob story. I'm not pinning my Cash App, I'm sorry. I'm okay. I lie for attention all the time. I can't believe I just came up with all of that. For real. I should be a fucking actor. Y'all are really just assholes. And if you think that it makes you better than me to be that asshole to me when I'm speaking about something serious, it doesn't matter if you think I'm lying or if I'm telling the truth. The fact of the seriousness of the conversation, like, literally takes away your right to be doing something like that, and, you know, that be okay. That's no longer okay at all. You don't do that. You don't do that. Somebody's in church reading the Bible to you, what the fucking pastor's reading the Bible to you, but you disagree with this sentence. Are you going to scream at them that they're this, and that? You're not. Because this person is being serious. You are insane for doing that. It makes no sense. Just stop. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't fucking say it. I'm aware most people won't believe me, but I like to talk because I know maybe somebody will, and no one ever has. It feels like, because I don't have anybody in my life at all right now, except for y'all. Other than Pixie, that's really it. Thank you to those who believe me. I'm not going to take the blame for what happened with my family when I was young. And I wasn't the victim of my own choices when I was little. I'm gonna flourish, and I'm doing way better. The only thing you're seeing that's bad of me is me reacting to the people who are just completely horrible. Oh, I do not. What was that? Your mom's lover? Yeah. Because that's what I was taught by all men, so thank you. And that's also kind of what, like, nature documentaries kind of teach. I kind of thought that that's just what I kind of really did believe that all men do. I didn't know that I was wrong for thinking that. But thank you. I'm not weaponizing. Hang on. I don't see Reddit. I don't go on Reddit. I don't read that shit. All I'm looking at is false shit about me that makes me feel like shit about myself or shit I didn't even do. So, no, I'm not saying nature documentaries are at fault for normalizing it. It's just a thing, like, in the male species that they feel the need to repopulate and, spread their seed, and I just thought that was normal for everybody because that's, I don't know, because a lot of men do that. I thought that, that's the only reason I can make up in my head, because it's like, that's what they do in nature. Most male species, that's what they do in nature. So, I feel like it's the same thing, same concept. They just expect humans to have more self-control, I guess. But they don't. And that's why people get hurt. I wonder if animals get hurt by that, or if they can just move on. I don't know. It's kind of easy to move on after enough of it. You get used to it, but and then you learn to, expect it. and then you learn. Never mind. Sorry. So I traveled across state lines, and on the way back from Georgia for the first time, he asked me for money, which I was confused about because I thought we had a lot of money from the GoFundMe, right? Like, I thought we had a good amount of money to still do what the goal was. I don't see myself in the future, honestly. But, I thought what the goal was, I thought we still had enough. But he asked me for money, and then my mom froze my bank account right when he asked me for money. He slept in the car at a Walmart. People donated to me on Cash App, like, at a random pace back then. I'd send him that money because I felt bad. Then my dad told me that I could go back to Georgia with him. I was still 17. So I went back to Georgia with him for like a week and a half. That was the first time things ever got physical. We only knew each other in person for a month. It happened because I looked at the Reddit page. Because I woke up and I looked at the Reddit page. Anyways. That's what caused one of our our first argument. It was that I got on my phone in the morning and I looked at the Reddit page to see what people were saying about me because I was so obsessed with the fact that people hated me, and all I wanted to do was make people like me again. I didn't realize that I lost that at the time. I didn't realize that people didn't like me anymore. I just thought it was a small portion of people. I thought I was still, like the girl who cleaned the house and helped her siblings. I thought that was me, but it wasn't me anymore. I thought it was me until the fire showed me that's not me anymore. And it can't be any longer. And that was more of a punishment to me and like a fucking punch in my face. Because I couldn't do anything good anymore. Like, that took away my purpose here. Because my purpose, it felt like my purpose. Because I don't know if y'all know this, but no one, I don't want to say negligent, but I want to tell the truth. And I know everyone else knows the truth, but I don't like saying it. My dad was struggling. Everyone was struggling. Brothers are working. Other brothers not coming around. Little brothers and stepsister are coming around, making big messes. I'm cleaning up after them and I'm recording it and I'm being myself, and people like me and people enjoy me and people helped me and people saved us so much money. My dad never had to buy toilet paper ever again after I took out the roach infestation until the house burned down. He never had to buy laundry detergent because the internet always had my back with my Amazon wish list. They always had my back. And that was something I was proud of because I felt like I was doing something good. But I wasn't. All I was doing was talking. And I realized that I never did anything good online to deserve any love online, because my first video went viral only because only because I was complaining. My first video that I ever made, it was on October 3rd. October 4th, 2022. And it was me with I had a unicorn hat on, a little, whatever it was called. Some jacket I had from an ex-boyfriend. And, I don't know what else. But I do know I was standing on the boards, the boards that were standing on the kitchen floor because of the holes, and there was no flooring, and it was just boards. I was standing on the boards, and I realized in the kitchen with all the roaches on the walls, I was grounded at the time. So I was angry because I couldn't go see my friends or anything. So I made a video, and the video was titled, "When Your Parents Don't Let You Go Anywhere, So You're Stuck in This." First it showed me, then it showed the cockroaches crawling on the walls, then it showed a broken coffee mug from the rats jumping in and out of the windows and knocking that coffee mug off the counter. And that was me. That was me complaining. Oh, and I opened a drawer and just showed how much mouse poop was in it. And that was just me complaining, and I didn't know at the time that everybody was going to be like, you're neglected. They called CPS. They called the police. I got my phone taken from me. I got in a lot of trouble. So, I don't know. But after that first viral video and finally confirming my Cash App and made my brother my sponsor, because I wasn't old enough, I was still 16. My brother became my sponsor, and I had around $900. I hadn't gotten new clothes since I was 12. It'd been 4 years, and all my clothes was stained and dirty, and we didn't have a washing machine. So when my dad found out that it was supposed to be $900, but it didn't let me accept all the money whenever I finally got the sponsor, so it ended up being $600. I ended up spending all of that money the day it was in my access, just because he told me that I was going to have to pay for an exterminator. And I was like, no, the fuck I'm not. I was very angry, because I didn't have clean clothes to wear. We didn't have a washing machine. We didn't have a refrigerator. And I was tired of wearing dirty clothes every day. So what I did is, I went shopping on Shein. I bought new shoes, new socks, new hoodies, new shirts, new tank tops, stuff I liked to wear. I bought new jewelry. That was my first time really having money. And I spent it because I felt like if I didn't spend it, they were gonna make me hire an exterminator with so much money that I wouldn't even need the exterminator for, because I know people who've called exterminators and the roaches just pop back up. You know what? Whenever they sent me the supplies, from my wish list they sent me the supplies, because I did my research at home. They sent me all the stuff I needed to take out a roach infestation. And I did it. I did it in 2 months. And I never saw them again. So, an exterminator would usually take longer than that. And they would probably still fucking pop up. So, I was very proud of myself. The only rewarding feeling I got was whenever my little sister came up to me and said, "Callie, I'm so happy now whenever I go into the kitchen to get a fudge round and I pour out the cardboard box, roaches don't fall out." And I've never felt more proud of myself. And that's disgusting to me, because I didn't deserve to feel proud, because I didn't do that. I might have used the products y'all sent me, but I was disgusted, and I wanted to cry, because I realized that feeling was kind of like, these people are doing this. Everybody's doing this, and my siblings are happy because of me. Because of me. Because I'm the one running my mouth online. I'm the one posting videos. I'm the one talking shit. I'm the one not being loyal to my family. I'm the one... I was... Well, it sounds like a compliment, but I was the one trying to make a difference. Because I was tired and I was scared of the kitchen. I was scared of the roaches. I was really scared. So was my little sister. And my little brother really hated them. And my dad did too, but they never talked about it. They never talked about much. They kind of just lived in this filthy, dirty house. It was regular to walk into the kitchen and accidentally just fall through the floor. You know, like, not fall completely through, but like your leg to fall through the floor. I remember the first time that I started thinking about my weight was whenever I walked into the kitchen and the floorboard broke. But it was okay, because we lived in a food desert. It was easy not to consume because of the fact that all we had to eat in the house were honey buns, taquitos, and Cheetos. And I couldn't eat that. It made me feel sick every day. So it really sucked. And then my dad's girlfriend, so whenever I say my stepsister, this is my dad's girlfriend's daughter. They were never married, but they were engaged, and they actually still are. It's been like 4 years. Anyways, they were engaged, and so I always called I'm gonna call her A, my little sister. And I don't know where I was going with that. I just know that no one ever acknowledged anything happening. It was funny, though, whenever T, Dad's girlfriend, T, walks into the kitchen and a roach falls on her head. That was funny. But I remember whenever I was treating the kitchen for roaches, it made me so mad because they were leaving the kitchen. Like, they weren't in there anymore. Instead, she yelled at me. That woman yelled at me later, not because of what I was doing in the kitchen, but because I wasn't treating the whole house because there was roaches now in the bathroom. I was sick. I was really sick. I was withdrawing from Luvox and Paxil at the same time, and I was facing my phobia and vomiting. And I had to stay in the bathroom and basically exterminate everything I could in the house and then focus on the rats. And while focusing on the rats, I got to make sure that the cats don't eat the poison and the dogs don't eat the poison. So poison was off the table for me. The dog was going to eat the poison or the cat was going to eat the poison. They're going to think that it's food. And so my only choice was mouse glue traps. The cruelest way. I remember one time, I'm not even going to say it on here because it's so cruel what happened to this mouse. I had no part in it, but it was so cruel. I'm just going to say somebody found the mouse squealing and squeaking on the glue trap and took it outside and slammed a shovel into it. I didn't look. It was a common occurrence, actually. Happened a few times. I never looked. I always felt bad about it. That was scary to me. And I never was able to take out the rats, though. I never took out the rats. So, A, little sibling, always had a broken box spring with rats running underneath it. I would clean her room for her, but the rats never went away. and I wasn't able to take care of that. But the roaches were gone. And all I remember was sitting in the living room in the floor after cleaning and working my ass off all day long. I sat down in the living room while my dad played a game. And I was basically fishing for a thank you for anything I did. And I don't know why I was. I just wanted to hear that one of my parents were proud of me. And that's so weird. I don't know why I would need to feel like anybody was proud of me. Because I don't think I deserved somebody to be proud of me. I didn't deserve anybody to be proud of me, but I sat there on the floor and I just kept saying, "Hey, Dad, aren't you happy that the house is clean? Did you notice there's no more bugs in the kitchen? Hey, are you happier now?" And I was doing it to help with his depression, too. That motivated me. I thought that I could make him better. I thought I would make him better. Because, your environment can change a lot. If you're in a shitty environment, that environment's going to make you feel shitty. If you're in a cleaner environment, you're going to feel better. It's just how our brains associate our environment with our everything. And so it felt like I was doing something really good, because y'all gave me the supplies to do it, but I did it, and I worked and I worked and I worked and I worked every single fucking day, and I did it. And that was I didn't realize till the house burned down that's all I really had to live for. That's all I really had to live for. I haven't seen my little sibling, who became my best friend, who's my dad's engaged to her mom. I have not seen her since the house burned down. And that's when my job ended. That's when it was over. And I also prided myself in taking care of all the animals. I knew if I started taking care of the animals, no one else would. And I know that I failed that task, because Rambo got sick. The house burned down. The house that I tried to clean so bad and tried to fix so bad, that y'all helped me with so much, burned down. And then the lizard, I took full responsibility for it. That wasn't mine, but I took her in as mine. I went outside in the nasty dirt that gave me sensory issues, and I fed her live earthworms because Google told me that it was okay, and y'all told me it wasn't, but I didn't care because I didn't want her to die. And I did it every day. I did it all the time. I did so fucking much. I was always occupied. I was always busy. I never had time to go insane. And I always had time to be like, I did something good today. And now I just look at it like, well, there's nothing left to do, and nobody needs me anymore. I think that feeling has to be the worst, because nobody needs me now. And I guess all I wanted was, even if I didn't get a thank you, I just wanted to be needed. I think that's what's fucked me up the most. I think I put myself in horrible situations all year round, and I've been doing the dumbest shit ever. Because I don't know. I've been manipulative in the relationship I'm in, because I want to get chased, because I don't have that. I don't have the little kids depending on me. I don't have the dad that I want to make sure doesn't get too depressed. I don't have anybody. Nobody's around. And I'm an hour away. And I'm about to be so much farther away. Because nobody needs me anymore. And it all started It all started when I met Preston, but I'm not. It's not his fault. But it just all started. Everything went downhill after that. I miss that house. I don't think I even miss anything about it. I think I miss me in that house. Cause I liked myself a little bit. Enough. I liked myself enough. Now I can't be alone with myself anymore. Especially because of the things that are said about me online. Dude, I don't know if y'all would know how it felt to, like, get on YouTube and see your favorite fucking YouTuber talking shit about you. Do you know how bad that shit hurts? Do you know how I have to stay away from all of the drama channels? And I can only watch Ryan Trahan on YouTube constantly. That's all I can watch. I can only watch him, and I have to be in the channel so no other videos turn on, because I don't want to see myself on social media anymore. I don't, and removing myself from it doesn't do anything. I don't know. People who are going to be like, pray to God, you have a purpose. I did. I fulfilled it. And everything went wrong. Rambo's dead. Lil's dead. The house is burned. I raised $60,000. I don't know what the fuck it was spent on. I just know that a tornado hit the house my dad was staying at. I don't know what it was spent on. And that's not because I had it. I don't know what it was spent on because I didn't have it. But I know one thing it was spent on, and that was a car. And I'm not mad about that. It was just like triple the amount I made. Well, double the amount I made in GoFundMe. And still it seems there's nothing to show for it. And my grandparents were like, they made me come over one day with my bank statements and everything. And back in February, me and Preston both came over with our bank statements. And a really odd moment stuck out to me, because I showed all my bank statements from before the fire to after. The boss I had, that cleaning job that y'all like to talk about, she got in contact with my family and told them that I had over $30,000 in my bank account. I had $3,000. She also promised me. She took my card from me. I never gave it to her. She made her she hired me to get me to leave Preston. That's what she did. She hired me because she wanted me to leave Preston. And every day at work, all of my coworkers, I had 3. Everybody would try to convince me to leave him and not go with him and not be with him and just stay here. And then they changed my bank account from Simmons to Regions. They changed it to Regions, and then my boss kept my card in a lockbox. Claimed, I don't know why she would claim it. It's such a weird claim. I wouldn't care if you looked at my balance. Like, I don't think you're gonna steal it from me, bitch. You own fucking 45 properties. I don't think you want my money. But no, apparently she peeked at it. Maybe she peeked at it. Not enough. Probably wasn't wearing her glasses whenever she did it. No disrespect to her, because I just don't understand how you could say I had $30,000, and now my whole family turned against me when my father was sick. My whole family, they all turned against me because they thought that I had stolen all the GoFundMe money. So I had to come there with my bank statements and everything. I don't know how I would have spent $30,000 in 13 days, but yeah, whatever. I showed them my bank statements. It proved I didn't take anything. I left that day, and they were still Nah, they were like, somebody took it. No, GoFundMe just had it on hold. They finally, I hope y'all know, we tried so hard to get that back up. We tried so hard to get it back up. We had, and it raised 74,000 or 76,000. So a lot of people got refunds. A lot of people who reported it and wanted refunds did get their refund, because he ended up with only like 62,000. I think maybe it was just 60. I don't know. I don't know how much he got, but I do know that over 10,000 people got their money back, and some people didn't, and some people were out fucking raged that they didn't, and I understand. I'd be mad too if I felt like I got scammed, but it was a house fire and I didn't know what else to do. And I thought that I thought I could just do what I always did. I thought I could save the day. I thought I could be like, hey, I have a following. Maybe I can make this better for my family again. And I can do it again. Maybe my purpose isn't over. Maybe I have a new job. No, that completely fucking backfired on me. And to this day, I am called a fucking scammer for what happened when the GoFundMe was paused because y'all reported it. Continuously reported it. But maybe one day you'll see my dad driving around in his fancy car and me walking on the streets. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Or maybe not. Because I'm gonna move really, 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 really far away. And I don't know how or if I'm gonna keep a relationship with anybody. Because it hurts too bad to just look at everyone in my life and be like, you once gave me purpose. And now you don't even speak to me. You don't even need me. I don't believe, and I'm gonna get in trouble for saying it, I don't believe. Y'all are gonna think I'm manipulating you too. I know that. I don't believe that people love me. I don't believe that people can love me. I don't believe I am a lovable person. I don't believe it. I don't believe it because it's just it can't be true. There's no way that is true, because it's not. It's genuinely not. They're quiet, and no one talks to me. So, with that being said, I don't even know what this was started about, but yeah, with that being said, no, I think I was just not even a pet. I don't know what I was. It was just the kid that they were waiting for to turn 18. Is how it feels. So they didn't have to care about what I did anymore. Because they only cared until I turned 18. I think that's normal. But I don't know if it's normal for them to just never talk to you anymore. Maybe that's why it turned out so horrible. Maybe that's why. Because I'm not going to be the same person I was when I was cleaning that laundry room. I had a brother who needed me. I had a little sister who needed me. I had plans. I had a person who loved me on the other end of the phone who was not who you think he is, who was a different man. And he treated me right. Except for the fact that he cheated on me for 8 months. That was the best I was ever treated. And I lost everybody who needed me. So yeah, essentially, no, I don't think love is possible toward me. That's why I suck at relationships, because no, it's not true. I'm always going to believe I'm going to be cheated on, because I just don't believe in love toward me. And I think that's it. That's all that's left of me. So, yeah, now back to your question earlier. What do I see in my future? I don't see anything. I don't have any more plans. I think my purpose has been fulfilled. And I think now I should just wait. But I gotta go. I think my purpose has been fulfilled. And I think now I should just wait. But I gotta go. And I think now I should just